Hey, it's Gary Carpenter with Master Real Estate Academy, and welcome back to the Master Real Estate Academy. I think it's our third interview of our top agent series, and I'm really excited. Well, I'm always really excited. And I would never ever bring anybody on this show that wouldn't be exciting. So she is another one of my students, one of my coaching students, and she's absolutely doing fantastic. And it has nothing to do with the coaching that she's getting because she was already on a pretty good trajectory. She was on a team for 4 years. And then the last 2 years, she's been on her own. So total, she's been in the business for 6 years. And in the last 12 months, she's closed 56 transactions. So she's on fire. And again, we're in a pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, did I say that we're in a pandemic? And there are some real estate agents that are on fire. So I want you to help me welcome Kori Burke. Hey, Kori, how are you doing?
Hi. Good. How are you?
Fantastic. Hey, where are you residing from? Where do you live? Where do you do business?
Well, I reside in Mill Center, Washington, but I do business in Clark County, Washington, all the way up to Cowlitz County. And that's Southwest Washington for those people that don't know. So we're kind of in the Portland market.
Okay. Well, tell us something that maybe even the people that are closest to you don't know about you. And doesn't have to be real estate related.
I have 2 fake teeth in the front.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is there a story behind that?
No, I was just missing my teeth. And so
really?
honestly, I look like a vampire because my pointy teeth were right next to my big teeth. And so I was like, gosh, I hate this. Everyone's like, you're just going to suck everyone's blood. I'm like, I'm not a vampire.
Very nice. Very nice. So you have, you get what I do. But just to remind people that are watching this video, and most people, again, like right now, we've got 0 people live, and we'll get maybe about 4 or 5 people on. But as a person that does video and does live broadcasting and stuff like that, obviously we know that where the value comes in these videos is not necessarily when they go live. It's that they get posted and then people watch them whenever they get a moment or they see it on our feed. So let me ask you this. What would you say is probably the number one thing in your business right now that you're doing that is helping you generate opportunities for deals?
Honestly, about a year and a half ago or so, I changed my mindset from doing deals every time to doing everything based on relationship business. I definitely like to build a relationship with my clients, and I also like to build a relationship with my past clients. So I do a lot of pop buys. I do a lot of marketing to my sphere. I do a lot of client appreciation events. And those are things that get me a lot of repeat business, and people know my name and know my branding. So when somebody comes to them and says, hey, go see my friend Kori Burke, they already know who I am typically.
Okay, so when you say you're doing your pop buys and stuff like that, do you work a database? Do you actually have a sphere of influence that you are marketing to?
Well, in my community, I've grown up here, so I know a lot of people. My parents knew a lot of people. I have a lot of connections, and I have my sphere that I have connections with, which is all my Facebook people, and I've got about 3,200 friends. So I dig into that as well as doing stuff with my past clients, and I have a database with that. I actually have a printout of all my clients and everything. So.
Okay, so when you're working your database, are you consistently adding people to your database?
It depends on.
Go ahead.
It depends on what kind of marketing I'm doing, to be quite honest with you. A lot of people just want someone to be knowledgeable, and they want to talk to somebody that's approachable. And so I try to make myself both knowledgeable on Facebook or on Instagram or on Snapchat, and I'm always constantly out there showing people that I'm out in the market and I'm going to show houses. And so I'm posting like houses on my story and stuff, and people are like, hey, where's that house at? Hey, what do you think on pricing? Hey, what do you think my house is worth? And it gives me a lot of opportunity for that as well.
Okay, so you are doing a lot of your marketing via Facebook.
Correct.
And is that anything that's on purpose? Is it spontaneous? Is it something that you schedule in?
I'm really bad about a schedule. It is spontaneous at the moment. I would love to get consistency, but to juggle everything, it's a little bit hard right now. So that's why I
Well,
haven't.
to be honest with you, you are consistent, I mean, because you're on there quite often. It may not, I mean, Facebook says that you should, like, if, like right now with these videos that I do, I'm on at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time every Tuesday. I do a training at 1 o'clock every Thursday. No matter what, it's like clockwork. But at the same time, for the most part, you could be on at 1 o'clock, you could be on at 5 o'clock, you could be on at 8 o'clock, and it really doesn't matter unless you're this big influencer on the big wide web. Chances are where you're going to get your traction from any video that you ever do is going to be from when people jump on and they're just browsing and seeing things. So are you noticing that the more you do videos, that more people are commenting or saying something to you offline?
You mean like in private messages, or what are you referring
No,
to?
I mean, like, if like you're famous, like you could be going to the grocery store, or you could be, walking in somewhere and somebody says, "Oh my God, I loved your cat video. Did you ever find a home for those cats that you found months
Yeah.
ago?"
Yes, yes. Okay, so I started out, okay, a couple years ago I got married and I decided that I was going to rebrand my name. And so I got rebranding on my car, I got branding for Facebook, I got branding for my website, I got branding everywhere just so I could brand Kori Burke Real Estate. And basically, to answer your question, yes, I am internet famous. I go into stores and people do reach out and say, "Hey, I know you from somewhere." And I'm like, "Oh, you do? Well, how are you? Who are you? And how can we connect?" And they're like, "Oh, I saw your video online," or, "Oh, I saw your marketing online. I'm looking at houses and I'm going to start my research soon. I'd love to reach out to you." And that's kind of how I get like 85% of my leads off of Facebook, to be honest with you. And it's with either on my website or it's people tagging me and stuff, and always keeping myself top of mind with people. And so there's a algorithm on the backside of Facebook that you can go and send mailers out, and then take that same list and also send Facebook leads out, and then send it out on Instagram, and then follow up with another mailer. And so getting my name out there that way has been huge for my branding. So did that answer your question?
It does, and it pauses for another question. So when
Mm-hmm.
you say a mailer, are you saying an actual something that you put a stamp on and you mail it to people?
Correct. Yes, I do both a stamp on where I send it to people, and I also do just an item of value. So I got into the Buffini program about a year and a half ago as well, and I do send out that item of value. And honestly, I've started sending it out to my friends too, because a lot of people are asking me questions on how the market's been during the pandemic, what's going on with this year's real estate, are we going to have a crash, et cetera, et cetera. And keeping them top of mind for me also gets all of their sphere and their referrals for them to tag me in posts as well.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. So Facebook is a good thing. Are you paying for ads, or is most everything you're doing kind of organic?
I was paying for ads at the beginning of the year. Everything's been pretty much organic. Last year, I paid for a lot of Facebook leads, more for my branding. Like I said, I rebranded myself. So this year has been organic and just people coming to me to get information.
Okay, awesome. All right, so I'm going to switch. This is kind of a fun question. So
Okay.
what do your clients love about you the most, and what makes you stand out from the crowd?
I get a lot that I'm authentic. With your videos and your branding and your marketing online, people want to know the real you. And so a lot of people get on and they're like, "Oh, I'm a real estate agent." Well, they're online, but really I'm a single mom. I talk about my kids a lot. I set the pace with what I do and my schedules and everything. And I'm very real with the struggles. I'm human. I struggle just like anybody else. And people want to know that you're just not perfect all the time, because I'm definitely not perfect.
Okay, well, that's good. Well, you're close to it when it comes to real estate. So, all right. So, what is the best real estate business advice that you've gotten since you've been in real estate for the last 6 years?
Oh, you know what? To revert back to your question now and the last question, a lot of people want somebody who is real, but also I reach out to my clients just to reach out. I don't reach out to them just for real estate. I reach out to them to say, hey, how's it going? How are your kids liking this online schooling? Because let's be real, us moms are freaking out because of this online schooling. It's really sheltered our kids from having any kind of interaction. And just diving into people's lives and really caring about people. I truly care about people. And that's what I think really shifted my business. When I was married, I was very self-focused, I guess. And now I really tried to put myself out there to be more client-focused and friend-focused and just really caring about people.
Very nice. Very nice. So what's the best advice you've gotten in the last 6 years?
The best advice I've gotten is to put my head down and keep grinding, but treat people as you want to be treated. People want to know that you care, and they want to know that you care about them. People are very selfish, and that's fine, but they want to know that you are not reaching out to them for business. You're reaching out to them to reach out to them.
Well, that's good. That's a really good answer. I like that. So let me ask you this. So what is the one thing that you think is holding, somebody back in real estate, somebody who's new, who's out there, that's listening to this video, and the thing that you think is holding them back, and what would be your best advice you could give them?
So as a new agent, a lot of new agents have what we call commission breath. And they're waiting for their next deal to close, and they're waiting for their next deal to close. And people don't want to know that you need to sell a house. So the more that you can not sell yourself and actually truly genuinely care about what they're looking for and what they need, then your vision will change and you'll start to sell more houses organically.
Another good answer. Did you prep for this or something? All right. These are really good. So what advice would you give to agents as the top action step to increase closings for the year?
Get organized. This is coming from an agent who is not organized. Get organized. Get your sphere into an Excel spreadsheet or some kind of CRM or something to where you are connecting with people on the daily and connecting, again, organically, not to reach out and say, hey, I'm a realtor. They know you're a realtor, especially if you're marketing on social media. Just let them know, hey, I'm here. If you need anything, I'm here. If you need anything personally, I'm here. Do you need some food? Do you need some, do pop buys that are organic pop buys. Do things and reach out to people and just do acts of kindness, basically, is what I go off of. And things will change completely. I promise.
Very nice. All right. So we are on about the 14-minute mark. Do you have any closing remarks at all?
If you don't know what you're doing and you're really green and new, get with somebody who does know what they're doing. Get a mentor, get a coach. Gary knows a lot about the business. I always had a mentor before I got into the business. I went to one of the top agents in my area and said, how do you do what you do? I want to be you. And ironically enough, this morning, we got a deal signed around yesterday. And I started crying on the phone with her this morning because she was like, I'm so proud of you from where you started to where you came. And she was kind of iffy about if I'd be successful. And she's like, I'm so proud of you. I just want you to know I'm in your corner and keep doing what you're doing. So
that is a client for life right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if somebody's wanting to send some business your way, how can they get a hold of you?
You'd like my phone number?
I would give your phone number. I'd give your email address.
Absolutely. I tell clients all the time, you can email me, you can call me, you can get on my business page, you can get on my personal page on Facebook, you can message me. To be quite honest with you, I don't look at those messages all the time. So the best way to contact me if you want something right away is to text me. If you call me and I'm in the meeting, obviously I can't respond, But if you text me, I can send a quick text.
All right, perfect. Hey, don't go anywhere, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to put you back in the back. I want to close this out, and then I want to talk to you afterwards, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Oh, wait a minute. What did I do? Hey, there's...
Hi.
Hey, gang. Thanks again for joining us for our Top Agent series. Tuesday or Thursday, join me. And I don't even know what kind of training I'm going to have, but it's going to be something, and it's going to be really good. So look for the advertisement that'll probably come out tomorrow, and we'll see you when we see you.